Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of MTG Sin Senpai. So, Lorwyn Eclipsed pre-release has come and gone. It is now about to be the regular release of Lorwyn Eclipsed, and I know it's been a little bit coming. I should have filmed this video sooner, but I've had a lot of stuff going on, but it is what it is. But I will say the pre-release itself, the Friday at 7, there was a lot of hecticness and chaos, and long story short, it ended with just everyone getting 2 packs. We didn't even get to even play the tournament at the 7 o'clock. Luckily, all the other events went fairly well. There were no other issues. But man, it was definitely an experience this particular time around. But regardless, we were able to get through, got some prizing, a combination of both mine and my wife's. And now we have the prize packs. So we're just going to crack into these, get into them. Hopefully we get some pretty good stuff. I do know that there's a couple of really sought after cards. There's essentially the new Bitter Blossom that's on the creature, and then the Goblin that can't be countered. But beyond that, as far as I know, there's not too many crazy cards. I do know the Fractured Foil that I pulled in the other video for that I did for the store. I did find out that it was worth a few $100, which I'm like, that's super cool. But yeah, now I'm cracking into my own personal products, and here's hoping that we get some pretty crazy things for me. I know we were not able, obviously these aren't collector packs, so we're not going to be able to get any of the fractured foils, but I do understand that there is still there's the full art, alternate art of other cards in here that you could still get. So that would be still pretty cool to get something like that. And then during the pre-release itself, ooh, nice our first our first double rare pack, pretty fun cards. But during the pre-release itself, I personally did not open any of the, man, I keep forgetting the name of the stupid artifact. It's a 6-mana artifact. You choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type get +2/+2, first strike, and trample. Something of victory, if I remember, something like that. And then I think whenever you cast a creature of the chosen type, you get a draw card. That's the only particular card I did not open during the pre-release. I would have loved to open one, but yeah, myself personally, I did not. But with that being the case, here's hoping that we do get an open one. I would love to open one of those because I'm a big fan of typal decks, and at least I don't know how many different commander decks. They're essentially typal. I got like Elf Ball. I'm working on allies, got elementals, got goblins. I have rats. I have it's just a Typal is just a lot of fun. It's just one of my favorites to build around, and I might actually build something for standard. I mean, this elemental is just ridiculous, but I might build something for standard, maybe standard goblins, just because I feel like possible red-black goblins would be pretty strong, fairly cheap, and not too hard to build around. And I know it's going to be definitely a bit dependent on, I think it's Champion of the Weird. It's the rare goblin that lets it's like a 4-mana 5/5. You have to champion a goblin, champion slash behold slash exile a goblin, either from your hand or from play. Oh, I gotta take a pause and point out this particular card is amazing, but make sure to point out to everybody. Make sure you realize it's each other creature you control. So keep that in mind. I was able to luckily beat an opponent because they didn't realize it did not benefit itself. I did luck out. I know I mentioned that there's a lot of people that I was anticipating a bunch of people asking about lands being colored or not, and I lucked out, and most people got it on the first when I was doing the introduction of the going over the rules of the set. Pretty much everyone got it very clearly that lands are permanents that have no color. So at least I didn't have to really deal with that particular ruling ever. So like, even though I did mention it earlier, I was like, I thought I was going to have to say it over and over. I did not have to say it over and over. So there's at least it's a small blessing in disguise. Ooh, double rare pack. This card is ridiculous. I did have an opponent that had 3 of them in their deck, which is, it was dumb. I just could not deal with that. But yeah, this set definitely is a lot of fun. Big fan of the typal decks. Have only drafted it once so far at this particular point amongst my friend group, but now I'm definitely looking into all the future drafts, trying to see which routes to go around, because there's a lot of interesting ways to build around. I do feel like of the archetypes, the 5-color Vivid is kind of, it's a weird archetype to build around. I think it's more of just, it just happens to be a payoff that if you happen to get it, it will work out for you, just because there are so many changelings and so many different cards with hybrid mana that you don't really have to really pay attention. Like, perfect example is this thing is black and red, but you can just run it in a mono red or mono black deck, regardless to if you have the other color or not. And then if you happen to have cards that require Vivid, that just pays off with it. It's actually pretty cool. So there, I don't feel like that particular archetype is one that's like super supported, but it's not something that it's not something to pay attention to. Nice. So we get double Hallowed Fountain. Of all the Shocklands, I believe the Hallowed Fountain is the one I have the least of. I know I have a bunch of Temple Gardens across multiple decks and stuff. But yeah, just going through, cracking these packs. So far, I don't think we've really pulled anything super crazy. But we did get a couple of double rare packs, which is always nice. And then we are not even halfway through these packs, so that's pretty sweet. Let me know what you guys, did you guys have a good time during the pre-release yourselves? Did you have any interesting interactions? I did find it funny. I do like a lot of the alternate art cards like this. They're really well done. I think the art is amazing. The Thunderflock is a ridiculous card that was able to beat me multiple times I saw it. I mean, typically, especially if, it's double. If your deck's the only one that is the elemental deck, if your opponent doesn't have elementals, it's a one-sided board wipe more often than not. And having a one-sided board wipe, man, it's brutal. Especially if what's left behind after the board wipe is a 5/5 flyer. Ridiculous card. Ooh, I believe that is full art. Yeah, that is pretty. I think that's the nicest card we pulled so far in the nice borderless foil overgrown tomb. Very nice card. Got ourselves our double-sided token, which, funny enough, I don't think we pulled a single double-sided card yet. There's a couple of them in the set, but myself personally, it's very interesting. Myself personally, like, one of the archetypes that I'm not the big fan of. Ooh, I just got to pause and say, this card I feel like will make waves just because it does so much for so little. And I feel like I might build something with goblins with just because of that one card. But the black-green Golgari self-mill deck with the elves primarily, like the focus. If you get the right cards, you can get a really absurd deck. Myself personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the self-mill, just because 9 times out of 10, I'll mill something that's like crucial for me to get, and I don't have the recursion to bring it back. But the deck, if you happen to get the right cards, it is an absurd deck. And then we got ourselves the Auntie, the Goblin flip card. I actually personally have not seen that one until just now. But I'm just trying to kind of grind through these packs, trying to get through them. Just because I have ideas. And then, funny enough, depending on, ooh, this card, Powerhouse, holy crap. Because I had 2 of these and a bunch of the self-mill stuff in elves, it was able to make the elf deck actually work. And so, but that's what I mean by the elf decks. Like, if you don't have the right payoffs to do the self-mill thing, the self-mill doesn't really do anything, especially if you're not able to capitalize on it. Because let's say you mill your bomb and you have no way of getting the bomb back, it just makes the self-mill strategies just not viable. At least I don't feel like it is. But there is a lot of different cards that you can play that you can essentially get through. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that you really got to hit the right cards to make it work. But yeah, at this point, let me know what you guys thought of the particular pre-release. Oh, and let me know if you guys were one of the few that maybe got one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. Ooh, that's a nice double rare pack with, I gotta say, this particular Dorian is amazing. I'm a big fan. I might do a Tree Folk build with this with Big Butts again, just because not only does he allow your creatures with toughness to hit, It hits equal to the difference, not just, and then they get plus X to the difference. So it's like, if I remember the bossing say it's like a 0-30 with that particular door, and it becomes a 30-60, something ridiculous. But yeah, what was I saying before? Sorry, I got distracted by the double rare pack. Oh, another double rare pack with a foil double rare, which is actually pretty cool. Let me know if anything crazy happened to you guys. If you guys had any, if there's any crazy hopes for this particular set. Oh, I don't remember. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pre-release cards. So myself personally, I did not see any of them, and I did not see any opened by anyone near me. But I did hear at the end of the night, some people did apparently get some of them. They just never played them. But let me know, did you guys happen to come across that? A buddy of mine thinks that Wizards did it on purpose as a kind of a stunt to be like, hey, let's promote these things because we don't want another Spider-Man situation happening. Because essentially, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set is another mini set. Ooh, nice double rare pack. It's supposed to be a mini set that was like the Assassin's Creed and the Spider-Man set that wasn't supposed to be draftable, but they're making it a draftable set and all that. So maybe they did it to try and get the hype up for the particular cards to see if people will be interested in it, because as of right now, their pre-release is already set for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. Ooh, we got the Daydreamer card. But that set is already, pre-release date is on February 27th. So literally in a month from now, we'll be doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pre-release, which I'm like, that is an insanely quick turnaround time. And I believe it's supposed to be more of a supplemental set than it's supposed to be like a standard legal set, but it's standard legal now, so it's actually going to be mattering for, ooh, got myself the stupid Golgari Elf, my first time pulling it, and I'm probably going to build that Golgari Elf deck. I do have my own Elf ball that's already mono green. I don't know if I want to build another Golgari deck. I did have the, what was it, the Lathro one, and that one was a fun deck, but this one, oh, man, it's kind of absurd. I might build it, I might not. I haven't decided just yet, but I did pull the stupid commander for it, so I might slap it together with random things that I happen to have. And of course I pull a second one. Come on, what is back to back? What is that? Is that just telling me that I should build this deck? I mean, I guess I should. I only need one. I might build it for standard, but I don't feel like standard is the right place for this particular deck. It's definitely something for a multiplayer, especially with the fact that it says each opponent will get Blight 1. So, I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Got ourselves our first Ajani. So, got ourselves an Ajani. My first Planeswalker that I pulled from this particular set, so that's pretty sweet. I know of a buddy of mine that'd be very interested in that. I don't think he's going to be playing a bunch of this particular set. I know he's a big collector of the Planeswalker, so I'll probably hook him up and give him a deal. But we'll see. I did see someone did pull the Oko from the set against me, and man, the Planeswalkers, I feel like this time around are very oppressive, because if you're not able to deal with them early, they just kind of run away with the game. And then our final pack, we got ourselves a double rare pack with a Tam and a Twilight Diviner. And there we go. That is our prize packs. We got some pretty crazy pulls there. But yeah, that is everything for tonight. For the people that are in the Houston area, do please be careful. I don't know, there's a freeze that's coming around this particular weekend. At least they're anticipating it. Stay warm out there. And then I do gotta say this right now. It's crazy time to be playing Magic, but I'm still going to be doing it. I'll still provide the videos that I can. If you made it to this point of the video, do take the time to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. I do read every one of the comments. And thank you so much again, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. And never forget, Senpai didn't notice. Good night.